Welcome dear students. Today we are having new topic simple interest. Today we will discuss about two things. One is simple interest, another is compound interest. In that order, first of all, I am here with simple interest. What is simple interest and what are the terms related to the simple interest? So you can see actually when we deposit a sum in a bank, a money in a bank, so what is the purpose behind to deposit something in a bank? Because anybody is not doing anything because of any personal favor or personal profit. Why we are depositing? Because bank is returning, in return bank is giving us interest. So first of all, see principal, the amount which we borrow, which we lend, or which we deposit. Sometimes we borrow from bank or lend same, or we deposit in bank. That money, starting money, that is called the principal. Now for how much time we are going to deposit it or borrowed from the bank, or for how much time we loaned it, that is called time period, denoted by capital T or small t. Principal will denoted by P. Rate of interest, and later for depositing or loaned or borrowed from the bank, depositing we are giving to the bank, borrowed we are taking from the bank. So at what rate bank is giving to us as a loan, or at what rate we are borrowing from the bank, or at what rate we are depositing in the bank, so that is called the rate of interest. At what rate bank will pay to us. Rate at which the interest is calculated on loan or investment, it will denoted by R. Now simple interest is also called a flat rate interest, which will throughout the year it will remain same for a particular amount. Now you can see the flat rate paid every year is fixed percentage of amount borrowed, lent or deposited in the bank. These are the very few terms which were related to the simple interest. Here simple interest will be denoted by SI. Rate, as I told you, it will denoted by capital R. Now we will see some formulas which are related to it. Now here you can see formula for SI. SI means simple interest. Simple interest formula is principal multiplier rate of interest multiplier time, P into R percent into T. So that we can write this formula P into R, because it is percentage, so we can remove sign of percentage and we will keep 100 down, into T. So it will convert P into R into T over 100. This is the formula of rate of interest. Now if you have to find the amount, this is the formula for finding how much rate of interest you will pay to the bank when you borrowed money, or how much the bank will pay to you if you deposited money. We can calculate that simple interest with the help of this formula. But at last, how much money you will get, because bank will give you interest something and along with your principal. If you deposited 100 rupees, bank will return to you after a fixed period of time principal plus something more money, that is called interest. So amount is equal to principal plus SI, you know it is given here, P into R into T over 100. So here you can see this P is common. Amount is equal to P, you can take outside. Here we left 1 plus R into T over 100. This also you can write as a formula. Amount is equal to principal plus interest, or amount is equal to P bracket 1 plus R over R into T over 100. So with the help of this formula, we can derive the values of other quantities. With the help of this formula is SI is equal to P into R into T over 100. with the help of this you can find the values of other. So if you have to find out the value of P is equal to SI into 100, SI into 100 over the rest of quantity downside, R into T. And if you have to find out rate, in that case also SI into 100 will be upside, SI into 100 upside, downside rest of things. Rate we are finding, rate you can leave, P and T you can write in denominator. And then time, for time also same thing, SI into 100 will be upside in numerator. And from this formula T you can leave P into R downside. These are the formulas which we can use while finding simple interest, and along with the help of this we can find the other terms which are given then. Now here compound interest. Simple interest is always calculated on same principle. That I will explain with the help of example I solved downside. So simple interest is always calculated on the same principle, and compound interest is interest on interest. In simple interest we will calculate the interest on one principle only, but compound interest is interest on interest. Here we will get interest on the interest of previous year. Or the formula for the compound interest, final amount minus original principal. Final amount what you will get after the time frame minus original principal. Now you can see the difference. Simple interest, two examples are there. If you are going to calculate simple interest on principal equal to 100, time is 2 years and rate is 8%. So how to calculate? Formula is SI equal to P into R into T over 100. So we will write down the value 100 into 8 into 2. 100 cancel 100, 8 to the 16. This is your interest. Now amount is equal to principal plus SI. 100 plus 16 equal to 116. So final amount is this 116. Amount came 116. In case of compound interest, principal 100, same question it is, time is equal to 2 years, rate is equal to 8%. So here what we will do, first of all we will calculate the interest for the first year. Here we calculate all together for the 2 years, but here because here the principal of first year and second year both will be same, that's why we will calculate direct. That's why it is written here, simple interest is always calculated on same principal. That's why here we have written directly we find out for 2 years, because principal will be same for first year and second year. But in this case here principal will change. Now you can how it will change. For first year time equal to 1 year and principal will equal to 100 rupees and rate is 8%. So I have written 100 into 8 into 1, 100 cancel 8 rupees. So for first year interest is your 8 rupees. Now at the end of first year what I did, A1 I find, which is the amount at the end of first year, principal plus SI, 100 plus 8, you will get 108. This is the amount at the end of, this amount is principal plus interest. Now total amount is 108. This amount which is at the end of first year will becomes the principal for second year. Now principal of second year P is equal to A1, which value is 108. That's why I was saying it is interest on interest. Now this principal was 100 rupees plus 8. Now interest is added in this. In next when we will calculate the interest, here we are calculating interest on interest. 100 plus 8, 108. Time is of 1 year. For next second year we are finding, it means 1 year. Rate is equal to 8%. So we will find out SI2, interest of second year. 108 multiply 1 into 8 over 100. Here 864 divided by 100, you will get interest 8.64. You can see first year we got interest 8 rupees. In second year we got 8.64, because we are calculating interest on increased principal is what 108. Here it was because for first year interest was 8 rupees. In this case for second year also 8 rupees. That's why interest came 16 rupees. But here we find interest on increased principal. That's why interest increased. So amount at the end of second year is equal to 108 plus 8.64. Your amount also increase. Now if you want to calculate the compound interest, so compound interest is equal to final amount is your 116.64 minus principal is or original principal is 100 you can subtract from it, you will get 16.6. This is your principal. This is the simple method finding compound interest through the simple interest formula. Next we will have the particular formula of compound interest. Now we will derive the formula for the compound interest. See what it is. Let the principal is P, rate is R%, time is T or n years we have written. If you are going to calculate for many years, let that years is equal to n. Now simply we will find out the simple interest for the first year, how to calculate with the help of simply with the simple interest formula. P into R into T over 100. Because T is equal to 1, we are calculating for first year, so T we will write 1, so it will become P to R over 100. Now at the end of first year we need to calculate the amount, that way we are denoting with A1 is equal to amount, you know, principal plus SI. So principal is P and simple interest we calculated P into R. We have written here P into R over 100. Now this P is common. This P is common, we have taken outside. So here we left 1 upside R. So your amount at the end of first year is this. Now we know that in compound interest, amount at the end of first year will becomes the principal for the second year. Now for the principal of second year will be amount 1. Now, and if you are going to calculate the amount for second year, amount of second year is equal to principal, which is A1 of second year, plus simple interest of second year. So you can see here A2 equal to principal is how much? You can see principal means A1. A1 is P into 1 plus R over 100. 1 plus R over 100 plus simple interest of second year. Simple interest of second year means P into R into T over 100. So our principal is A1 for second year. A1 value you can write, value of A1 you can see P 1 plus R over 100. So here we will write P 1 plus R over 100 into R, time T is 1, so we have written 1. Nowadays here you can see this is first term and this is common in both, so you can take common out. P into 1 plus R over 100 is common, so in place of this here we left 1, this you have taken common, so here we left R over 100. So A2 amount at the end of amount at the end of second year is equal to P into 1 plus R over 100, because this is A into A, it will becomes A square. For 2 years formula is this, then for n years formula will be amount at the end of n years will be P 1 plus R over 100 whole power n. So this is the formula for calculating the amount in case of compound interest. How to find out while finding compound interest. So compound interest is equal to CI is equal to final amount, you got this A minus principal is your P. This is the formula for compound interest. Now quickly we can see if rates are different for 3 years, so we can calculate with the help of amount equal to principal into 1 plus rate of first year R1 over 100 into 1 plus rate of second year R2 over 100 into 1 plus rate of third year R3 over 100 with the help of this formula. This formula is used when the compound interest is calculated annually. So amount equal to P into 1 plus R over 100 raised to power, and this formula we derived just before. Now if rate of interest is calculated half yearly, in that case time means n, n will become doubled and r will become half. So you can see in this formula what changes we can make. Amount equal to principal into 1 plus r will become r over 2 over 100, and this n will become 2 times 2n. So we can write a equal to p into 1 plus r over 2 will go down 200 whole power 2n. This is the formula in case of when interest is calculated, compound interest is calculated half yearly. Same way, when compound interest calculated quarterly, time will become 4 time, rate will become 1/4. So CP amount equal to P into 1 plus rate will become R over 4 over 100, and your time N will become 4N. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus R, this 4 will go down, R over 400 power 4N. This will become your formula. These are the formulas on the basis of which we can calculate SI and CI, or we can call compound interest. Later rest of things we will see in the online classes. Up to then, thank you.